Good afternoon everyone, it is Erin Black here reporting for you on Devon Live today. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me know if the sound is alright and let me know if the picture is alright as well, because as you will have seen from the title, I am in Dowsland, Dartmoor National Park. That is where Tom Daley is running across this morning as part of his huge hell of a homecoming comic relief journey. We've started this Facebook Live a little bit early. Tom Daley is not quite here yet, but a few cars have driven past and they've said that he is coming, he's on his way. We have got the live map as well, so let me just open that a second. So as I said, we are in Dowsland. Tom is going to be stopping for lunch, or not lunch as per, but for a little rest stop and chance to get some food at the Burrator Inn, which is just down there. We are in the vicinity of Yelverton. He's took off from Bovey Castle this morning. He's running on foot, a total of around 30 miles across this morning and this afternoon, and we're expecting him to come down this hill here in hopefully a few moments time, and then we will follow him down to the Burrator Inn. I'm not 100% sure whether we will be able to get word with him, because as you can imagine he's probably pretty exhausted, but we will be doing a Facebook Live on our sister account Plymouth Live this afternoon, because Tom's final stop is Plymouth Hoe at around 4:30 this afternoon. If you have just joined this Facebook Live, because I know we are up to almost 200 of you, do say hello, chat to me in the comments. Nice to just touch base, make sure you can see everything okay, make sure you can hear everything okay. If you want to give a little shout out, please do. We've had Janet Bennett in the comments saying good luck Tom, well done my lovely. It's called Hell of a Homecoming, and it is it's a hell of an endeavour that Tom is undergoing. It started on Monday. It's a 4-day long event. Just crouching down to see if he's coming over the hill. Can't see him yet. Should be mostly downhill for Tom from here. Got Kay saying hello as well, so that's good. It means you can hear me all right. Let's zooming in. He is still moving on the map, which is very good. If I show you the map here, it's all on the Comic Relief website if you want to track him on his journey. So as I said, we are in Dowsland, just by the Burrator Inn, and Tom is currently, he's past Sharpator and he seems to be just around the corner, so hopefully in the next 5 minutes we will be seeing him. I'll just read out the stops for the rest of the day, because if you are watching from various places in Devon, you may be wondering if you're going to get a chance to see Tom. So far already, he, as I said, left from Bovey Castle this morning. That was where he had his overnight stop. And then at 10:45, he was at Postbridge, 11:30, Two Bridges, Princetown at 11:45, and then here in Yelverton, he's due in at 1 o'clock, which is in 5 minutes' time. He will then be passing through Derriford at 2:30, Milehouse at 3:30, the Barbican at 4 o'clock, before finishing ideally on the Hoe at 4:30. Let's have a look, see who we've got in the comments. Julie saying, hello, my handsome good Tom. That's definitely not for me, I know that. Who else have we got? Sue saying, well done, Tom, good luck. Tash saying hello. Sarah saying hello from Honiton. There may be some of you watching that have already seen Tom, because he did run through quite a proportion of Devon yesterday as well, running through the likes of Exeter. This is the road that he's going to be coming down in a minute. You can see we've got a couple of people stood outside their houses. A little group has gathered, if I zoom in, over at the Burrator Inn, which, as I said, is going to be a little pit stop for Tom in a few moments' time. Sally saying, well done, Tom, you're doing so great. We are so proud of you. Kevin saying, keep going. We'll give him a bit of a shout and a cheer when he comes past in a minute. But I think members of the Comic Relief media team are standing at the side of the road, which means he's got to be coming pretty soon. A couple of motorists had already passed him when they came past us. Sarah Clark is just asking, whereabouts is he? Let's give you the latest update. We are, as I said, at the Burrator Inn in Dowsland, and Tom is really not very far away at all. So if I show you this image, obviously it's back to front because we're using the front camera, but you'll see the big red marker near the top of the screen. That's where Tom currently is. And then if you look into the bottom corner of the screen where it says Tom Daley's Hell of a Homecoming and Dowsland, that's where we are. So it really won't be very long at all. In fact, I can see some flashing lights, which makes me think that is possibly a safety vehicle that is accompanying Tom. So we'll flip the camera around in case that's or is that maybe just a taxi with a flickering taxi light? Hard to say. We'll find out when it approaches us. I think it's a taxi. Oh no, maybe not. There is a big convoy of cars that have just come through in one go, which makes me think Tom is probably quite close, and they've allowed this section of cars to do a bit of an overtake. So this is the event vehicle. It's not a taxi, which means Tom is very close. Portion of traffic passing through now. The event vehicle, as you'll be able to see. Hey, Penny! It is Penny, our old photographer, now working for ITV. So that is a bit of an indication that he's on his way. So they're all going that way. Let's turn around in the direction that Tom has got to be coming from, and let's read out some more of your comments while we're waiting for him to appear. Alison saying, go Tom, go. Caroline saying, dig deep Tom. Edie saying, go Tom, keep it up. John saying, well done. George and Molly also offering their support for Tom. And Sally saying, well done Tom, you're doing so great. We are all so proud of you. I mean, it is a real feat of endurance that Tom Daley is doing at the moment. We'll just have a bit of a recap while we're assessing his situation. Should be coming around the corner in just a second. Don't worry, I'll make sure you don't miss any of it. So let's just recap through what he's done so far, shall we? So as part of Tom's Hell of a Homecoming challenge, he has, I should say, he has rowed 6 miles. He started his journey at the Aquatic Centre in London, Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park, where he won his first Olympic medal. And I should mention, all of the stops that he's making on this journey are part of kind of his life history. They're important places to him. There is a motorbike coming quite slowly down the hill. Again, could be part of the events team by the looks of it. So we will keep the camera pointed in this direction. Can't see Tom quite yet, but he should be due to come over the brow of the hill. They have sent this. Who have we got here? This is the med bike coming down. Looks like he might be hanging fire. Hello!
Somewhere yet, don't worry.
Somewhere yet? How long do you think?
Don't be recording yet.
Well, we are live, so it's too late, but we'll keep the live going until Tom gets here. But the med bike has just passed.
Not on the hill yet.
Okay, thank you very much. So here's the med bike, and the events car is just down there. Maybe another 5 or 10 minutes by the sounds of it, but we'll keep the live going because there's no point stopping it now. Sarah's saying we just saw him at Princetown, so that is reassuring news. You've got the BBC down there, I've got their cameras, and a real crowd has come out for him, and we'll try and have a chat to some of them in a minute, hopefully. Sue saying go Tom, Margaret saying go Tom, you can do it. Now, as I was saying, let's go through some of the things he's already done. So on day 1, which was Monday, he rowed 6 miles from the Aquatic Centre in London, and then he cycled for 60 miles picking up a bike at the Tower of London, where he cycled to Redgrave Pinsent Rowing Lake, which is in Reading. And then after that, day 2, he swam 1,000 metres in the Redgrave Pinsent Rowing Lake, swimming the length of 50 swimming pools. And then he went on to cycle another 63 miles. If you can even believe that. So 60 miles on the bike on day 1, 63 miles on the bike on day 2, and then on day 3 he cycled from Southampton, where the diving centre is, for 130 miles until he arrived at Bovey Castle, which is the place where he and his husband Lance got married. And so that's what I was saying about him choosing stops on his journey that kind of means something to him. And then his final stop is going to be on Plymouth Hoe at around 4:30 this afternoon, after he's run 30 miles. Spin around. Looks like we've got another bike coming down the hill as well. So there's a lot of action happening around here in Dowsland. And another bike I can see. Always good to start early on these things, but of course when it's a bit of a run or a cycle or anything like that, we recently in Plymouth had Mark Ormrod complete a charity hand cycle, and again the logistics can be a little bit difficult trying to figure out when someone's going to be somewhere, but by the looks of it 2 more med bikes have just arrived, which makes me think we could be seeing something very soon. Traffic has stopped at this, oh no it's not, it's moving again. But there is a lot of traffic coming down. I can see somebody on a bike, so this could be it. Tom Daley, not very far away it would seem. Carol is watching in Torquay, feeling very proud. Sally saying, "Go Tom, you're awesome." Let's get some of these vehicles out of the way hopefully, so you can have a bit more of a unobstructed view. I'm going to cross the road to see if we can see anything. He's got someone on a bike, but as we know, Tom is not cycling today. He is competing in, well, it's not competing really, but he is taking part in what's been dubbed an ultra marathon. I can see him. There he is. There's Tom Daley coming down the hill. Now, if that's not him, I'll eat my hat, because who else would be mad enough to go running 30 miles through Devon? Pretty sure you are seeing Tom Daley now running through Yelverton and Dowsland. He's still got a fair way to go, but what an amazing feat of achievement. We've got somebody who's watching live somewhere in Yelverton, which is fantastic. Somebody's just getting out of their car now, I think, to possibly say thank you. Is that Eddie Izzard, or am I imagining this? No, I'm not. Well done, Plymouth Live and Devon Live, send their love. Yep, that is Eddie Izzard running with Tom. How fantastic. Let's follow them. We'll just going to sneak at the back of this car here and try and not get run over. So Tom Daley is running with Eddie Izzard through Devon, which is a little bit of a surprise. Right, I'm going to run too so we can keep up with this for you. Here's loads of people who've come out to wish him good luck. And now he can stop for a little break here in Burrator Inn. Here he is. Oops, sorry. So we're in the car park of the Borough Tour Inn now. Tom is actually going to be stopping in here to have something to eat. Eddie Izzard's over there. He's just being interviewed by BBC at the moment. We'll get our extra microphone out just on the off chance we can get an interview. We haven't put in for one, but you never know. Oh, sorry. Bear with. So, Tom's just explaining that he had knee surgery last year, but he's saying that the run so far, so good. And now he's chatting away and he's going to have a wee, and then he might come back and have some interviews. So we'll stay live for a little bit longer, just on the off chance we can grab him. They've got a little catering zone around the back of the car park there, so that's where they're going to go and have a couple of refreshments. Looking nice and busy here in the car park at the Borough Tour Inn. Tom's probably going to be here for a little bit, just to have a rest stop before he carries on his journey down through Plymouth. As I said, next kind of stops are going to be Derriford, Milehouse, Barbican and the Hoe. We've got lots of people here, some of them brought their knitting. Ladies, can we just have a look at your knitting that you've brought? Lovely. There it is. People bringing their knitting, because as we all know, Tom Daley does love a little bit of knitting. So there we go. Tom Daley has officially made it to Yelverton. He is at the Borough Tour Inn for the moment, coming down the hill with Eddie Izzard as part of the run. And he's going over to have a little bit of a toilet stop and have a break. What we're going to do is, because we've been live on Devon Live for a little while now, I'm not 100% sure on the feasibility of getting an interview with him at this stage, but as I said, you will know, I'm sure, of our sister site Plymouth Live, and of course with Tom being from Plymouth and Tom finishing his journey in Plymouth, we are going to have more coverage specifically about this event over on that page. So if you want to make sure you've liked it, like Plymouth Live, we will be back live again at around 4 o'clock to follow Tom up along the Barbican and to his finish on the Hoe. And we will be doing another Facebook Live from here in not a very long time at all. I guess it just depends on how long the stop is here at the Borough Tour Inn, but we're going to try and capture him setting off on Plymouth Live too. So if you want more coverage, and maybe we'll see if we can get a little interview with him as well, because by the looks of it, I think he's just gone to have a bit of a rest, which is understandable, very well deserved. He is possibly about halfway, if not more, into his 30-mile run through Dartmoor National Park at the moment. But thank you very much to everybody who's been watching so far. Thank you for all your well wishes, and like I said, if you want more coverage, Plymouth Live, because that's where the rest of the Facebook Live videos are going to be for the rest of the day. And if so, I'll see you over there. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing, and please take care for the coming days.